Photographer get a shot back toward the courthouse, because it was really interesting. When you were showing us the video before, you could see the significant cracks at the top, but you can also see all of these tiny cracks everywhere throughout the building, right around some of those windows. Yeah, look at, actually, do a little, if you could please do some show and tell for us, because you can see so many smaller cracks throughout the building in addition to that big one you see up at the top corner.
Wow. Absolutely. So, okay, we'll take you from the top down. This is the old courthouse.
Look at that.
So obviously you can see the major damage right now. There's just, it's, gutted, the hole through the roof there, okay? Then as we pan down, Paul, you're exactly right. You can see the cracks in the building towards the face of it, and on the side, you can see, half a dozen of them right now. As we go further down, you can see the glass, which is shattered. Further down, you can see all of the remnants of all of the brick and mortar that have fallen down to the sidewalk. And, when you look at this building, we're not going to go any closer than where we are, obviously, because there's really no telling the structural integrity of it right now. And if we are talking about the possibility of aftershocks, this area could be hit once again. So it is amazing to see, a building of this, magnitude and, just how structurally sound it looks. It was knocked down, by this 6.0.
Oh yeah, I'm no engineer, but that does not look structurally sound. And especially, as you mentioned, the possibility of aftershocks.
Well,
we've already seen a 3.6 this morning. There's a more than 50% chance, from what we're hearing from the USGS, of a 5.0 or larger. There's also the chance, albeit small, a 5 to 10% chance that this earthquake, this 6.0 this morning, could have been a foreshock to a larger quake, though that likelihood gets lower minute by minute, thankfully.
And those are things that...
Well, let me walk you around here, too. Oh, okay, go. I'm sorry, Paul. I was just going to show you also, since we're talking about the, the building structures here. Just about an hour ago, we heard this loud crashing sound. Well, that happened to be the top of the building. You're looking in the corner section of downtown Napa. That piece started to fall down, and it's just kind of hanging there. So no one is allowed in that area. We will not be going near there. And that just shows you that in any second, who knows what's going to happen to some of these buildings. And then others, smack dab in the middle of the street are just fine. A restaurant that just opened seems to be, just fine. Law offices, those are gutted, and this bail bonds office and where this car is on the corner also suffered damage. So you're really getting a look at this complete square where it's kind of the heart of downtown Napa, and it is going to be definitely slowing business down, and there's going to be a lot of restructuring that needs to go on.
Be very curious to see all those beautiful towns north of Napa on Highway 29, the Yountville's, the St. Helena's, the Calistogas, because they also have some of those old historic buildings, many of which are great restaurants and great wineries. As our coverage expands beyond Napa over the next several hours and days, areas close to this, there are many historic towns. Napa is the biggest. But I'll be very curious to see how many other pictures we see like this in other communities.
Yeah, buildings that have not yet been properly retrofitted. This morning's earthquake is going to be a wake-up call for a lot of property owners. Now, speaking of, a lot of you out there wondering, what should I do now?